Dr. Danny Flanagan. Big facts. Dr. Danny Flanagan. Big facts. Big facts. Dr. Danny Flanagan. Big facts. Dr. Danny Flanagan. Danny Flanagan. Big facts.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Big Facts with Dr. Flanagan. I am your host for the night, Apostle Dr. Flanagan. Monday night, one of the most safest places to be on a Monday night. Kick back, unwind, relax, have some presentable entertainment tonight, some dialogue, something to make you think, something to make you laugh, and this is what we are all about. And so I'm so excited to be here. Now, before we get started, I always like to do a mic check. I don't have my engineers tonight. I'm running the show tonight without my engineers, so it's all on me, but I'm used to it. I started it out this way, and I'm here tonight. So I want to ask everybody, can everybody hear me clearly? Let me know if you guys can hear me. Good evening, Bernadette. Good evening. I need y'all to let me know that you guys can hear me. My son, West Africa is on tonight. Pastor Thomas, God bless you. Thank God for you. Prophet Jeremiah, glad you're here with us tonight. Everybody's coming in. Everybody's saying, I can hear you. Thanks, Angie. Mom Helen, thank you so much. Loud and clear. I definitely appreciate it. So glad to have everybody on tonight. Angelia says we're very clear. Angela Grant says we're clear. All the Angies are on tonight. My wife. Where is my wife? I thought I saw her pop up. I'm sure she's on here. Don't be brand new because you have bigger facts. I know you got bigger facts, and all of a sudden you act like you gotta make it. Oh, there she is. Okay, good evening. All right, there you go, honey. She knows I have to pick with her. I'm telling you, I'm so delighted and so excited that we share these Monday nights. And on Monday nights we have big facts, and then there's bigger facts. And I'm telling you, the broadcast is going all around the world, and I'm so excited. We have West Africa, India, London. Everybody is on, and I'm excited. Look at Thomas. Pastor Thomas he's repping Sierra Leone, West Africa. Absolutely, we thank God for you as well. I see my sister-in-law. Hey, Tanya Bradford is on with us on this evening. Good evening to you, Tanya. My baby says, I am here, honey. Let me tell y'all something. For those of you who follow our page, did you guys check out? Did y'all check out what my wife had on last night? I'm sorry, y'all. Give me about 15 seconds to brag on my baby. I'm telling you, she was hot. I'm telling you, I am a blessed man. And not to mention, I look rather dapper myself. I think I came in there, looking kind of nice too. But anyway, she was just looking amazing. Shout out to my wife. Thank God for my beautiful wife and the host of Bigger Facts with Lady Lisa. And so we're just having a wonderful time. And listen, I need everybody to know that tonight we are being sponsored by Futures World LLC. If you have not contacted us, I want you to do so. We have a wonderful business that's a blessing to business, to residential areas. My wife and I are the owners and operators. Our motto is call today to have your cleaning needs swept away. So I want everybody to schedule your free estimates. 240-321-9883 is the number to call. 240-321-9883, or you can email us at futuresworld9520@gmail.com. So we do offer commercial and residential cleaning services. So in order for you to see exactly all of the services that we offer, I want you to visit our website today, www.futuresworld.org. futuresworld.org. And so I want to thank God that we are able to sponsor the show on tonight. Listen, if you have not ordered your copy, 21 days until it happens, the book is out. The book is out. I know everybody's saying, is it on Amazon yet? Barnes & Nobles. I'm working on that. The only thing you have to understand when you're doing these kinds of things, these major companies want to take a lot of your major money. And so before they take a whole lot of money, listen, I'm doing our official book launch in October. And I'm going to give you more information. There's some of you who already emailed me. If you want the book, just shoot me a DM on Facebook. I'll make sure that you get your copy. But I'm excited. I already sold. I met my quote. Listen, I only wanted to sell a few, but let me tell you, I'm almost sold out. And so I have to order more in order to make sure that we are good for the book launch. So it's crazy. God is so amazing that I'm almost sold out, and I haven't even had an official launch. So I need everybody to make sure that you are inboxing me, hitting me up, saying, hey, listen, I need my copy of 21 Days Until It Happens. This book is, I'm telling you, it is encouraging people. It is blowing minds because of the information and revelation that is inside. So I want you to get your copy today. Get your copy today. I am so excited to have everybody watching. Who didn't I say hi to? Who's out there that I didn't say hi to? What is who else? So, thank you, Mom. God is definitely awesome. He is definitely awesome. If you have not shared the broadcast tonight, I want you to just type somebody's name down in the comment section so that we can get this broadcast going around the world. I am excited for tonight's program because I believe that we don't talk enough about things that we're dealing with in our communities, things that we're dealing with in our homes. We see a plethora of black on black crime. We're seeing a lot about black men institutionalized. And the first thing that you always hear a lot of times is the fact that there is no fathers in the house. There's no father in the house. There's no role model in the house. And I am so blessed tonight that I have somebody that you may not know, but I know very well. Listen, there's this term. There's this term now that we use for stepchildren called boneless kids. You know, boneless daughters, boneless sons, things of that nature. You know, we kind of stopped the whole stepson, stepmother, stepdaughter kind of thing. And I'm blessed tonight to have my boneless son, Demore. He's going to come on, and we're going to talk about how society looks at our African American males. And we say to them that their future is cut off because there was no role model of a male in the home. Now, I hear a lot of people say that can't no woman raise a man. I've heard that. And I know how important it is, especially as a black man and as a father of 5 biological children. I understand that that is important, that we do have the presence of a man, a father in place. However, there are some men out here that were raised by their moms, single moms. There wasn't a father around or a father in the home, and they turned out very well. And we want to talk to a young man tonight who was raised by my wife, who was a single mom at that time, and we're going to show him some love. And so I want him to come on. We're going to get him set up, but I want y'all to give a big facts welcome to my boneless son, my man, Duke. Come on over, man. Come on over into the studio, man. Come on over into the studio. Yeah, man, we got you. Let me get you all mic'd up here. All right, just do a test. Sort of.
1 2 1 2.
Can y'all hear him? Can y'all hear him? Y'all let me know if y'all can hear Duke, because I don't want y'all to miss anything. This is going to be good tonight. Wow. This is going to be good tonight. Look at mom. First lady starting already. Go Duke! Go! I can see her now on the sideline. Go Duke! Go Duke! All right, baby, we got it. So, so mom says, "Welcome, Duke." All right, he's here. Angie says, "Yes, we can hear him. You sound good, look good." So, man, what's up, man? Welcome to Big Facts. How you doing, man? You know, I knew you was coming, so I had to, get it tight. You know what I'm saying, man? I had to, refresh. You know what I'm saying? So we have Duke on. First of all, before we even get started, man, who said that's Oh, your girl is watching. Oh, your girl is watching.
Oh, she on there?
Oh, your girl. She said your mother said that's Princess. So maybe I don't know, but everybody said, hey, dude, you know, hey, let me just say something real quick. Cause I'm looking at this brother, nice looking brother, looking like he a rapper, rap, what I'm saying, yeah, Lil Yachty, Lil Yachty, something, what I'm saying, Wiz Khalifa, whatever. But he got a girl, she's on here, Princess, shout out to Princess, she's on here. So I don't want nobody, I don't want your inbox jumping tonight. I don't want, cause I know she's somewhere around like, let me see that phone, Duke. So, but he's here. But before we get started. Where did Duke come from? I know you as Demore Grant, everybody, Duke. I mean, your son, Lil Duke. Just give me a little history about Duke, man. Where did that come from, man? What's up with that?
Be honest, I mean,
come to the mic.
I was called that ever since I was little. I'm not really sure where it came from.
So that's a question we gotta ask mom.
Yeah, we gotta ask mom.
Oh, okay. So you just gonna let anybody just call you whatever? You ain't even gonna ask why you call me Duke.
They said it was cool. They said
okay.
It fit me. And I learned what actually a Duke was.
Oh man, break it down. So what's a Duke?
It's somebody who high ranking, like
my
in
man.
the king, queen, like era, but they not as high as the king and the queen.
My man, did y'all catch that, y'all? See, I was thinking Lil Dookie or something. I thought he might have had potty issues growing up. But no. No, I like what you just said. No, ain't want no Lil Dookie. No, this is because, and I love what you just said, man. And I think more black men need to understand what you just said. He said Duke is a title, and that's true. Duke is a title more so used over like in England, overseas, where it fits the disposition of somebody in authority, somebody who is high ranking, that kind of thing. And so there's a whole nother persona about yourself when you walk as a Duke. So I respect him, man. I feel that. So we have Duke on. What's that? His mic is low. You just got talking to it. That's all.
Right. There you go. Is that better?
Is that better, y'all? Y'all let us know before we keep going. I want to make sure y'all hear my guy. I told him he had to talk. Just do a test on your mic. Let them hear.
1 2 1 2. Is that better?
All right. Your mom says yes. Okay, there we go. He trying. Thanks, Tanya. He's trying to be cool. Y'all remember when I had Lil Duke on the show? I had Lil Duke and I had Brielle on the show when I did the kids say the funniest things. This was his son, so we had a great time. So Lil Duke came on all smooth and suave, and he got the same persona. But you're gonna have to talk into this mic, man. You're gonna have to talk into this mic like you up in the studio about to drop a hot record. So we here tonight, man, and the topic tonight is very serious. And I want to first of all say thank you for taking this this position as my guest at the last minute, because I did have another show tonight, and I was going to talk about couples who are HIV positive and overcoming drug addiction, but they couldn't make it tonight, and so Duke stepped right on in, and he's here with us tonight, and so thank you for coming on. No problem. But this topic is something very critical that I want us to discuss, because we have a lot of people who look at our young black men and they say, our black men will never be nothing without the presence of a father. And now, as a father and as a black man, I do believe that it is important for a son to have a father in the home or a male role model that he could look up to, somebody that can steer him in the right direction. But your mom, man, did not have that, and so she had to take on that responsibility. And before we go even into that, just give us a little bit about who you are, man, where you're from. Do you have siblings? How old are you? Just tell us a little bit about you, Duke.
Well, as y'all know, my name is Demore. You can call me Duke. Originally from the southeast area of Washington, D.C. Currently, for some while, I've been out Fordsville. I have 3 sisters on my mother's side. In terms of my father's side, not sure how many exactly. I have 1 son, baby Duke. He's 9 years old. Myself, I'm 29. I like to play basketball. And I mean, I do a lot of different things. It's not one specific thing I prefer to do. I am an up and coming tattoo artist. I work on cars from time to time. I just finished doing my brakes and rotors on my own car. Um, I sell things as well too, legal things, of course.
Legal, y'all catch that? He said I sell things, but he do that legal in there, y'all. He do that legal in there, definitely.
Legal things.
Yeah, so.
I mean, that's pretty much all I have for real.
All right,
About myself, I'm not too complicated.
So let me ask you this, Duke. First of all, I'm privileged, man, that God allowed me to meet your mom. She's a fantastic and an amazing woman. My life has been through a lot. I could tell the story of some of the things I've been through. And I'm telling you, I was a man who just didn't have it all together, but your mom came into my life, man, and every area in me that was incomplete, the Lord allowed her to complete my life. And so she's a remarkable woman. And I'm sure you already know that, being her son. Come on in the frame. Come on over close to me. There you go. She's a remarkable woman. And I want to say, first of all, as a man, and we never really had this conversation. We're doing this live. I want to say, man, I appreciate you welcoming me and taking me in as a family member. I appreciate that. You were at the wedding. You was a part of it. We have great times. It wasn't that. Yo, who this nigga? Oh, can I say nigga on here? What's my show? It wasn't like, what I'm saying? I gotta be careful. Your YouTuber dropped me. But it wasn't, it wasn't that, let me check this dude out. Wait, But I think the fact that you knew that your mom has a very good choice of character in people, and you supported your mom. And I want to say thank you for supporting your mom and embracing me as her husband and as a role model in your life and in the life of your sisters. And I really want to say I appreciate that, for real talk. But as a man, as a man who had to grow up with a single mom, just give us a little bit, as a young black man out there. You said, you see a lot. You're out there, you see things in a tattoo shop, in an auto mechanic shop, just out there in the world, period. What do you feel that black men are lacking in our community? If there was some things that you could just really get off your heart, really be transparent, because there's somebody behind bars who doesn't have this opportunity right now. There's somebody who's dead 6 feet under. They don't have this opportunity. But can you just share with us just a little bit? What do you feel like this lacking? What do us as black men, young black men in particular, what do we need, man? What's lacking out there? What do you see that we need? Real talk.
I actually think, I'm trying to word it right, but it's like they say how history repeats itself. I learned that when I was incarcerated, from another gentleman a few years older than me. He was explaining how there was a lack of male figures throughout a certain period of life for African Americans, and so you notice that some things are missing from the home when it includes a father. So that generation is kind of, crumbled or devastated, destroyed.
Right.
So then you go down to the next generation, same thing. And now it's my generation. We around the 30 years old mark. And now I think the biggest way that we could impact our environment or society is it's our turn. People my age, it's our turn to actually start doing what wasn't done for us. This is our chance to help the younger kids or younger males out. If you see them on the street, don't look at them and take them as a threat. Ask them how they feeling today. Talk to them. Just that little 5 to 10 minute conversation can make or break their day. So everybody has a voice, and that voice really can't be utilized, whether it's good or bad, but it's always to help somebody. I learned from my mother, actually. She said, don't talk so much. And it took me so long. It took me too long to actually realize why she meant don't talk so much. Because it's like, instead of you spilling the knowledge that you already know, if you be quiet for an extra second, you can learn something that you weren't ever going to learn if you would have opened your mouth and said something. You get somebody else the floor and you just learn from them, and you can incorporate into yours. And sooner than later, you're going to be able to speak. And once you speak, your impact is going to be not as simple as when you first thought about saying your idea.
Right.
It's going to be a bigger statement because you actually took a second to educate yourself.
Wow.
Before you just jump out there and start talking.
Wow. Hold up, man. You saying a lot, man. You say, whoo, hold up. Y'all, are y'all hearing this? Listen, the stereotype that young black men who don't have a shooting tie on, they're just ignorant. That's dead. We've got to kill that. We have to kill that. That is a stereotype. This is a young black king that's kicking truth. He said, first of all, that one of the negative impacts in the community for African American men is the lack of role models, the lack of men showing them how to be positive. That's the first thing. The first thing that he addressed was the fact that we need you all. Come on, leaders. Come on, fathers. Look, they old in the club still trying to make sure they got that, you know what I'm saying? I still got it. Yeah, come on over here, baby. No, come on, player. That's dead. That's tired. Come on, you 55 years old with a Lakers jersey on. Go sit down somewhere. And a chain. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? You got one cornroll in your hair. And a gold grill and a ball spot. Like, yo, what you doing? We need you out the club and in the street. We need you out the club and in the community. We need you out of the, out of your baby, whatever, all this foolishness, because we have young men like Duke saying, listen, the negative impact that is in the community is a lack of representation. You know what I'm saying? A lack of representation. And I see one of our young black men, my godson, is on here. He said too many egos, and I love what he just said. Because we all know as men, there's a lot of ego. There's a lot of macho. There's a lot of pride. But, you know what I'm saying, like TT said, he said it's too many egos. It's like, we cannot just take a moment to humble ourselves so we can help the next generation. You know what I mean? And that's what you're saying. You're like, listen, you all had your turn. You had your fun. Now show us, you know what I'm saying? Show us how to do this and do it properly. That's the first thing you say. And then you brought your mom into it. And you said that your mom said you talk too much. You know what I'm saying? And she said, hey, learn to listen. And we're going to talk a little bit about some of First Lady's, how can I say? Her methods. We're going to talk a little bit about those methods, all right? We're going to talk about those methods. But she said, hey, you know what? You talk too much. But the reality is, and what you just said, man, we have to learn how to listen. We have to learn how to listen, because that pride and that ego takes over, and we keep making the dumb mistakes over and over again because we don't want to take the time to simply listen, and then you kick the knowledge and saying, and have an understanding. You say, once I shut my mouth, once I listened, then I was able to understand. Did you understand why your mom was telling you to like keep quiet? Why do you think she said, yo, Duke, come on, be quiet. Listen, shut your mouth. Why do you feel like she had to tell you that? Because I heard a few times she had to tell you that. I'm just going to say, I heard a few times. So why do you feel like, there were times where mom just said, Duke, man, just shut your mouth and just listen. Why do you feel that way?
Not really sure why, but I understand that I can learn a lot more. Like they say, you got 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that kind of explains itself. I got a friend who lives not too far from here. His father, Mr. Joe, shout out Mr. Joe and my man Dizil. He always said we could all sing together, but we can't all talk together. So, wow. That's another way of explaining it.
We can all say that one more time, man.
We can all sing together, but we can't all talk together.
We can all sing to. Y'all hear the knowledge that's being dropped tonight? I'm learning something new. I never heard that. We can all sing together, but we can't always what? Talk together. There's got to be moments where somebody's got to listen. I think the ego part of it is that we're all trying to speak. Everybody wants to talk. Everybody got to have something to say.
They want the spotlight.
Exactly. They want that spotlight. They want that shine. But just because you have something to say don't mean it's the right thing to say.
Right. Timing is everything.
Absolutely. And so with your mom saying to you, hey, Duke, son, listen, just keep quiet. Listen so that you can get an understanding. Your mom was a single mother at the time of raising you and your sisters. Tell us a little bit about growing up in a single parent home, especially with formerly Lisa Grant, because I'm really want to hear this, because let me just say this. Let me preface this by saying Duke, Simone, and Jakara and these are adults. We ain't talking about little kids. These are all adults. But when I tell you, I've never seen 3 adults with so much respect to their mother and adults. I'm talking about yes, sir, yes, ma'am. they stand at attention. I'm like, well, wait a minute, what did I do wrong with my, and I'm like, I've seen it, the respect and the honor. She don't have to beg for it. She doesn't have to, they grown, and I've seen them respect and honor their mom. She say, I need you to do this, it's done. And I'm looking like, wow, what in the world did it take, especially for a man, because a lot of times young men especially, they go against mothers. They show out. A lot of young men, Duke like, that ain't me. But a lot of young men that I've seen, I wasn't like that either. My mom is on here, she'll tell you, I wasn't like that either. But the thing is, the society says where there is no male role model or father figure in the home, then that young man will be disrespectful, will be rebellious. But I'm sitting next to somebody and I'm connected to somebody that I don't see that. You have the utmost respect for your mother. You have the utmost respect for women, the utmost respect for adults. So talk a little bit about what was life like for you growing up in a single parent home with formerly Lisa Grant. I need to know, man. Talk to us a little bit.
Now that I'm this age.
Yeah, now that you're this age, man, you good, bro.
Yeah.
I got you. I got your back, man. Trust me. You can say whatever you want. We got you. Baby, we got this. No, go ahead, man.
I mean, now that I think about it, it was hilarious. It was very hilarious, fun. And just thinking back about it, it was like, wow, I was probably the only issue in the whole house.
You were the issue in the whole house?
The only issue in the house.
Okay, I respect that.
I'm the only
I respect
one getting
that.
whoopings and bad report cards. Only one. But that's the only time it'll really get kind of crazy in the house. Usually the house was pretty calm. I just knew when my progress report came, I messed up the vibe of the house. And I would leave. I'd go outside. My sister was in the house dealing with it, unfortunately. I apologize, y'all. Y'all can deal with her attitude. As soon as I can get out the house, I'm leaving out the house. But
So growing up in that house with your mom, was she strict? Was there a lot of rules? Just kind of give us a little feedback.
It wasn't a lot of rules. Just, clean up the house. Don't really bring people in without her knowing.
Okay, bet.
That's pretty much it. It wasn't really nothing hard. She go grocery shopping. She call us, tell us get the stuff out the car, put it in the kitchen, put it away, cut the grass. It was real cool, real calm, real. It wasn't like I go to my friend's house and I see his a whole bunch of other crazy stuff. Like we could be in the house playing the game and your mother call you to come give her the remote. I'm like, it's fourth quarter. Okay.
You sitting right there, Mom, really?
Right. Or give me something to drink. Or, but my house was pretty cool. I started having friends over here play the game. We play Madden all day.
Now wait a minute, yo. I think you capping a little bit. I think you capping for real. Hold up. Hold on. Let me just say this. Let me tell you why I'm saying that. I'm only saying that because you're making it seem like this was like the Brady Bunch without Mr. Brady, right? I've heard your mom go off. Your mom.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, look at your mom. Look, she like, hold up. She said, "Be real." Be real.
I was out the house.
No, what I'm saying. Let me just preface this by saying. Let me just preface. How you just gonna interrupt? Do you want to come over here, bigger facts? Okay. All right. No, listen. No, hold up, y'all. Hold up. Mama just bust in the studio like, be real. It's okay. I ain't gonna grab the switch tonight. Be real. I put the belt away tonight, son. It's cool. We good. No, the reason why I say he capping. The reason why I said he capping is because of the fact that I have heard some of the conversations that she's had with him to keep him guided, to keep him on the right path. And they ain't no sweet, hey, Duke, I love you, right, man? But no, I done heard, but do you hear what I'm saying? I'm like, I done seen her shoulders go up. She done scared me a few times. That DC done came out. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. So, no, what I'm saying, like, keep it real for real. Like, that as a woman raising a son, you feel me? As a woman raising a son, I know it wasn't just oh, I'm gonna slap you on the hand because
Oh no, she
you
do
know.
fists.
Okay, that's what I want to hear.
She do
Yeah, come on, now you get in the mic and keep it real, man. This is big facts, yo. You got to keep this joint real.
How much time do I have?
Hey, you got about 30 minutes, man. We got about 30 more minutes.
I know a few times she got at me.
Get in that mic, boy. I don't want them to miss this.
One time she got at me because I was going to Suitland High School, and I ain't want to go to my school.
Right.
All my friends went to Folesville. So I go to my friend's house, and I get a uniform and go to day school.
So let me set it up, y'all. Hear what he's saying. He did not want to go to his school. He wanted to go to your friend's school.
Yeah, it was just a day. I just decided to get dressed and go to Folesville.
Check this out. And so in this particular school, it wasn't his school. They had uniforms.
The green, army one.
Army green uniform. It wasn't his school. So he didn't have a uniform, but he wanted to go there and hang out. How in the world did you get in there without a uniform?
I went to my friend's house. He was out of school that day, and I got his uniform. He's shorter than me, so my pants was like real high. Shirt was all little.
Yo, wait.
And they like, you got to get the shoes. There's the shoes called the Bates, the little shiny green. I'm like, I'm not putting them on. So I seen people in the school before with other shoes on.
Yo.
So I thought I'd get away with it. My buddy who lived across the street, he said, I'm going to get you in there. He walked me through the door, and as soon as I come in the door, security right there. I'm like, all right, let me just act like I'm blending in with everybody.
So you got somebody else's uniform, it don't even fit.
It don't even fit.
Like you got high water
I'm
pants,
just
yo.
trying to get to school. So they see me off the jump with my shoes on. They like, what your shoes is? I said, I'm new. They said, what's your name? After that, it's to the office, handcuffs.
Oh,
you
man.
done for the day.
Right.
So I'm sitting there, I'm young. I'm still thinking it's a joke. I'm laughing and everything.
Having a good time, like, yeah, all right, I did this.
So I don't know why I think it's funny, but I'm just laughing at it. The only time I stopped laughing was when my mother walked through that door.
Uh-oh, wait a minute now. This is what I need my sound effects. So, did you know they was calling your mom? Or
no,
you ain't even know
I
it?
had no idea.
Wow.
I think like it's all good as long as she don't show up. She showed
Wow.
up, gave me a quick boom boom.
A boom boom with a belt, but a boom boom with fists.
With them knuckles. I was like, ooh.
Come on, single mother. So mama had to give you some quick little
ping,
some
ping.
pop pop pop. Okay, show
I was
you. Okay,
already nervous when she came in there.
right.
So now it's like, I don't know what she gonna do when I get home. I know it's gonna get bad. She got me so good. They was like, you know what? Let him go. She gonna take care of him. We ain't got to worry about nothing else. I said, oh man, another time. And then when I got home, it was like the first round of a boxing match, fresh, quick, fast, strong punches, strikes, ding, 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 right here in this room actually. My bed was over there,
Wow.
right over there. I can't forget it. She was sick of me. It was like every other day she had some reason to discipline me. I remember another time I was in school. It's a Christian academy right there off Pennsylvania Avenue in Southeast. It's called Church of Jesus Christ. We went to the principal's office. It's like a little trip for my class. It was only like 7 or 8 of us. We went in there.
Right.
And I was already having a bad morning, so I'm in there really showing off. I'm throwing stuff, tantrums, kicking, crying, making all types of noise. They say, he got to get out the office. So they took me out the office, and it's an elevator right there. They give me a single little chair that the kids see when they in kindergarten. They sit me in that chair and sit me right in front of the elevator. I'm out there yelling and screaming.
Acting a fool. Acting like you don't have no home training.
Some said ding to the elevator. Door open. Guess who it was?
Your mama. Your mama came off the elevator.
This was in kindergarten.
Woo!
It was new when we came home. They hit me screaming and crying. As soon as 5:30 hit, we come like 5:30. All you hear is, I'm tired of talking to you.
Woo!
And you gonna learn to listen.
Wait, you got beat with the syllables. Wait a minute. I'm tired of talking to you.
Yeah, every
you about to get it.
Right. Every hit.
Don't.
Every hit.
I hope she ain't stutter. I hope she wasn't a stuttering mother. She
sometimes she start over.
Not. You. Okay, I'm. Thank God you're a stutter, baby. Thank God.
Yeah,
Good God.
She'd get me real quick.
Right.
Like real quick. And sometimes she'd just give me the look. I'd be like, I look at Jakir looking at me. She had a saying before we went to any store. If you embarrass me, I'm going to embarrass you back. And she made us say that every time right before we got out the car. Every time we got out the car, she said, you know what they're saying is, yes, you embarrass you embarrass us back. So she wasn't really playing games in the store, but sometimes me and Jakir still have our little fun in the store, running through the, you kid. Right. You run through the co-racks.
Right, yeah.
And stuff like that.
But you know what? I know some people, especially if we had our Caucasian brothers and sisters, they'd be like, oh my God,
Oh,
That's
yeah.
child abuse. Call CPA.
You gonna get abused right after me if you don't mind your
Child
business.
protective CPS Child security. But I see the comments, and Angie says, his aunt, y'all, she says, spare the rod, spoil the child. Tawana says, disciplining our children equals loving our children, only wanting the best for them. And it wasn't as if his mom was trying to take his head off for the purpose of abusing him. Even like the Bible says, concerning spare the rod, spoil the, the scripture talks about spare not the rod, because you got to understand that in training or I don't say raising children, because the Bible says raise up a child. Train up a child in the way that they should go. You raise chicken, but you train children. Y'all catch that, parents? So you raise chickens. The Bible didn't say raise a child. The Bible says train up a child. So that's two different words. And so you raise animals, but you train children. And I want people to understand that that type of discipline was not to destroy him. Because you got to understand what abuse is. Abuse comes from two different words. Abnormal use. Let me just do a little teaching real quick. We're going to get right back to it, because I want people to understand. Because some people hear stuff, man, they want to go left field with it. Oh, that's abuse. She shouldn't have did that. But that's not abuse. I want to tell you what abuse is. Abuse comes from two words. Abnormal use. Abnormal use is where you get abuse from. When you abnormally use something, that's abusing it. So when you beat a child upside the head or a woman upside the head, that's abnormally using somebody, which comes to making the word abuse. So that's what abuse is. So abuse is when you are abnormally using something that's not intended for. She was not abusing her child. What she was doing was she was correcting him and training him and disciplining him and letting him understand that this type of correction is for your good. Are y'all with me tonight? And she also goes on to say he was hard-headed.
Yeah, I got everything I deserve.
He was hard-headed.
Some stuff I got the better end of the bargain, but
he was hard-headed. So in other words, his mom was like, listen, that Duke, you gotta, keep quiet and listen to understand. Some of that, he said, hey, I didn't do all of that. And so he found himself still making certain decisions that got him in that predicament, which caused her method of discipline to be what it was. You got to know your child. You have to know what works, especially when we are training up young men. And so, like I said, we're in a society, in a community now, and hats off to every single woman out there tonight. Salute all the single fathers as well. But tonight we're dealing with raising young men in single parent homes with a mother only. And so I just want to just say hats off, and I salute every single woman, every single mother out there, especially you're raising sons. I want to say I thank God for the job that you're doing, and I pray that this provides some light, because like I said, this is a young man who, no, he did not cross every T, he didn't dot every I, he made some mistakes, and he was accountable for those mistakes, but yet he's a young man with multiple businesses, very respectful. And so mom had to use a level of discipline in her method that will help steer him in the right direction. Tawana says, right, know your child. That's very important. You have to know your child. You have to know who or what who you gave birth to. You know what I'm saying? You got to know your kids. Some kids just go to your room, Charlie. And they get ready to blow up a school. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. But Charlie, 5 seconds, Samantha, and then Samantha poison everybody in the Girl Scouts. You got you know what I'm saying? You have to know your child. You have to know what methods to work to keep them going into the right direction. So constructive, all of these things are necessary. And so I do want to ask, and TT is saying communication is the key. How important is that? One of our young men is on. He said communication is the key. How important is that for you to understand that your mother was not just two-piecing you and trying to embarrass you? How important was her communicating that love to you and allowing you to know that, hey, you know what? I'm only doing this because I want to make you better. How important is that?
That's very important. And I want to say I wasn't the best communicator. I thought I could keep stuff from her, but I had to realize that it's like if you go to court for something, you need a lawyer. So if you say life is the courtroom, who's gonna be your attorney? And I would compare that to my mother because she never gonna give me bad advice. If I keep it from her, it's hurting myself more because she don't know how to get me out the situation.
Wow.
So you gotta tell your parents everything.
Woo!
You can't keep nothing from, because as soon as you keep it
Man.
from them, you kind of like, it's like lying to your lawyer and the judge, and they got cameras, and the judge know what he gonna do regardless. It's up to your lawyer or parent in this case to give you the ammunition to get out of the situation. Like you're not gonna get yourself out of it, because I have no idea if my mother been through any of the situations that I've been presenting to her, and if I would have knew that she, you know, if I'd have communicated better with her, I would have knew I didn't have to go through half of this stuff. I could have just talked to her about it. She would have got me straight through it with no problem. Probably no scars, no bruises, no nothing. I probably could have walked out there cool as a fan.
Do y'all hear that? Man, yo, wait a minute, man. Listen, I'm serious, man. Whew! Do y'all listen? Because what he is saying doesn't just apply to parenting. It applies to every relationship. It applies to even you as an individual, because what he's saying is, how can you be helped if you're holding inside the damage or you're holding inside the hurt? We have to learn to be communicative, because how can anybody help you if you're not open and honest about what you're dealing with? Right. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I know it's hard because it's embarrassing. I'm sure it's embarrassing to go to your mom or to your dad to say, hey, I'm dealing with this. You know what I'm saying? I'm struggling with this. But when we don't communicate, like you said, we have all of this stuff inside, and we don't have no outlet, and so we keep doing what we think is right, and it's just, you know, headed in the wrong direction, and we're just making wrong decisions. But the entire time, if we were just to open up our mouths and say, listen, I'm having a hard time with this. You know, is it hard for black men to communicate with women? I'm not going to just say with your mother. I just want to know with women, period. Because I have a young king on here tonight. I don't have nobody 40 and over. You know, I have a young king on here tonight, and I really want to know from a young man's perspective, because even in relationships, we always say black men don't communicate enough. They don't. Is it easy to communicate to a woman? Let's use your mom. I'm gonna keep it easy for you. I'm gonna keep it easy. Is it easy for you communicating with your mom? Let's say it like this: was it harder then? Is it easier now? Kind of like paint the picture of communication.
As a child, I would try to keep a lot of stuff to myself, and I wasn't really an emotional child. I'll probably, if I'm happy or mad, it wasn't no sad. I just get angry. So it's easy to talk to her now, because it's like I have to talk to you. Like I don't know who else to talk to when it comes to certain situations. I know I could give you a problem, and you gonna come up with a solution within 2 to 3 minutes. And even though I might have my own idea how to accomplish the problem, you'll advance, and it's
so she's more experienced in life.
Yeah,
so, okay,
yeah, she's more experienced with it, so it's like it's easier, and it make my plan go a lot smoother.
Wow.
Like, cause I'm still doing my way. But now that I got an expert in the corner, it's a lot smoother to
good
get
stuff.
through. Like nothing.
Good stuff.
I can honestly say, I probably had I couldn't have made my life any better myself. Like I couldn't have picked it and made it better for myself. My mother did a great job raising me. When I say from the cars to the shoes,
and that's what I want to ask you right there, real quick.
My life was really good.
You read my mind, because you know I wanted to know as the provider. You know, a lot of mothers are like, you know, I can't do for my kids because the child support check didn't come, and you know, and because of this, that, and the other, you know, I'm just it is what it is. And so talk about that providing part, because you just said, you didn't say a car, you said cars. You said shoes. So talk about that. Talk about that whole your mom providing.
I wake up on Saturday morning and look to my left. There's a bag of shoes over there. I didn't know the shoes came out. I'm just like, oh yeah, time to clean my room. So I clean my room, see what outfits I'm gonna wear with them. And can't wait to go back to school on Monday. That's the only time I was supposed to go to school, on the Monday mornings when I got some new shoes. Now I think about it, every time we went somewhere, I had a pair of new shoes. I had like every Jordan that came out.
Wow.
Like twice.
Wow.
Like every Jordan that came out twice. The cars, I don't even know how many cars I had. It's over.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Mama Helen Flanagan. I had to drive that 1973 Ford Granada. This young man said he had cars.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't even know
I'm
how
starting
many.
trouble now,
I can
boy.
start-
You
I can
said
start
he don't even know
naming
how
them.
many he had.
I stopped counting.
You
stopped
stopped
counting.
cars, plural,
Yeah,
shoes.
Cars, shoes. Yeah, I had like a long wall. This right here, from this wall to this wall was my shoes, and it came up to like this toe.
All them shoes.
All shoes. All shoes.
So mom took good care of you is what you're saying.
Real
And so here's the thing. With knowing that your mom made those sacrifices now, and I hope, and we only have a few more minutes left, and I hope some brothers are listening, you know, with the fact that your mom made those sacrifices, did you feel, how can I word this? Did you feel entitled? Oh, yeah, you know, she's supposed to, that's my mother. Or did you feel like, you know what, the sacrifices she's making to make me look good, I got to make sure I'm doing the right thing? Did that play a part in your mind? Or did you feel like, were you just, how can I say, were you spoiled to it? Was you just like little mama's boy, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you know what, my mama take care of me. Or did what you saw your mother do, those sacrifices, did you feel like, you know what, I got to do what's right because my mama's out here doing her thing to take care of me? Talk to me a little bit about that. Because there are some men that feel entitled, and they started as a kid. Now they're in these relationships where they're not working. They don't feel like they have to work. They don't have to help out around the house. Their wives or girlfriends go to work, and so they driving their cars because they grew up with this little boy mentality because mama took care of them. Now they want the woman that they're in the relationship with to take care of them. But I don't see that being your mentality. Did you feel like for the sacrifices mom made, I've got to do the right thing?
At that age, I didn't think too deep about it. I was just happy.
Keep
that
it real. That's right.
I was
Keep it
just
real.
happy that I had some new shoes and the girls liked me. So I wasn't really thinking like about the sacrifices she made. I was more so just happy I was like the flash kid in school. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, I can honestly say I didn't really think about the sacrifices that she was making for me. I wake up to new shoes. My car break down. She get it fixed. Like,
but let me ask you this though.
I didn't even think about going to college. They said you got to get a what they call it, a scholarship for college. I'm like, my mother got money. She gonna pay for my college.
So you was like, I ain't applying for no scholarship. Mama gonna drop that tuition.
She gonna drop that tuition on me.
Right.
I'm going in there, but I didn't go to college at the last minute. My teacher said something that stuck with me, and I was like, I don't gotta go to college. She said, all right, y'all got 1 more week for y'all graduate. It's time to go. Y'all got 3 options. You go to the military. I was like,
Right.
They said college. I said, I thought that's all I could do, so I'm gonna head to college. Then she said something about trade school, and I was like, that is a lot better. Just go to trade school. 2 years, I got this, and I could work. I ain't got to pay back all that money.
Right.
I was good with it. I didn't even want to go to college. As I got older, I kind of wish I did, but I'm not really thinking about it now.
Right. But you know what? God has blessed you with so many talents, and we want to make sure that you leave your tags so that people can follow you in just a moment. But one thing you said, mom took care of me, and your mom even said, I took care of him because at that time those are things he was deserving of. And of course, we would make certain mistakes and moves in our life that certain things cut off. It's like, okay, you know what? I'm going to stop that because you don't deserve that at that time. But here's something very, very critical I want to ask you. We're going to pivot so we can kind of wrap the show up. And man, thanks for being a great guest tonight, man. This was just an awesome topic. Oh yeah, you definitely coming back. You definitely coming back. Now, I saw somebody in the comment section say moms will make a way to do whatever it takes to make sure that their sons and kids have. I think it was Tawana. There it is. She said mamas make a way out of no way, which I agree.
For sure.
But here's my thing, man. At what point did mom kind of step back and say, you know what? As much as I want to help you and do for you, I'm going to step back because, if we continue to put our hands in what God is trying to do in our lives as men, sometimes that handicaps us. You feel me? If they keep bailing us out. And there's some parents out here watching right now. And I'm encouraging you because sometimes when God is trying to mature the child, and they're stepping into adulthood, you can't keep bailing them out. You can't keep, paying the rent, paying the car note, doing this, doing that. We want to help all of our kids. But at some point, it's like, okay, as much as it hurts, I've got to step back because if I keep handicapping you, you're going to grow up dysfunctional. Was there a moment in your life where mom had to say, you know what, Duke, you're on your own this time? And if that moment did happen, how did that change you as a man? Because I know every son, we want mama to, I've been in some places where I'm like, Ma, and she would go out of her way. But there were moments where mom said, son, I love you, but all I can do is pray. And it changed my life because it made me become a go-getter. It made me become a better man. So did you ever find that happen in your life where it was a pivotal moment where you said, wow, you know what, I'm a man, I got to do this on my own now?
Yeah, it has happened. But I actually like that. I like pressure, I guess I could say. Like, if I get back into the corner, that's when you're going to see probably the best that I got. If I got the option to procrastinate, that's what I'm going to do. If I got to get straight to and execute, that's what I like when it's, I don't know why, hopefully I could change in the near future where I don't need pressure to be applied for me to do what I got to do. I'm getting into it now, but it took long enough. I wish I'd have did it sooner.
But let me tell you, man, God has you where you need to be right now. And sometimes as men, we look back over our lives and we say, wow, man, all the mistakes that I made, I could have did this, I could have did that. But don't live in your yesterday. You're still here because you had that mother in your life that saw that potential. You know what I'm saying? That's why she didn't give up. That's why she was hard on you, because she saw that potential. So she did all that she could do to push you to this very moment. And now here I am. I'm not just here for your mom. I'm here for you too. You know what I'm saying? And so, you still have that. You still have that support. You still have that push because it's not over for you. You know what I'm saying? It's just beginning. It's just beginning. So it's so much in you that God says, hey, Duke, you know what, man? Life is just getting ready to start, and it's starting today. And so I'm proud, man, to see who you are and what you're doing. I'm grateful that you had a mom in your life, just like I have I came from a 2-parent home, but just to see the fact that your mom had to carry the weight of
she made it look easy.
Absolutely, absolutely. Make it look easy. Make it look like it was just a walk through the tulips. But we don't know the tears at night. We don't know the prayers that she prayed. To get you all at a point that you are at. Right now. And so this is for every single mother out there. You got to know when to, just give them over to God. Say, listen, they're grown. I've done all that I can do. And I feel that somebody's watching, Duke, and they needed this, man. They needed to, because they're dealing with some things. They might not have a son. They might have a daughter. I don't know the case. But I feel that there's somebody watching tonight, and they're like, wow, this is what I needed, because I'm killing myself trying to help my kids, but God is saying, you know what? It's time for you to just turn them over to me. You trained them. You put, the Bible says, train up a child in the way that they should go, and in the fullness of time, they will, I'm paraphrasing y'all, and in the fullness of time, they will not depart from me or depart from the way of which you've trained them. You've got to trust what you put in. A lot of times, there's some things that our kids go through, and your mom and I will say, well, you know what? We just can pray now because I did all I could do. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you have to trust that you did all that you could do by instilling great things into your children so they'll make the right decisions. And so just to see you right now, man, and God is getting ready to do some fantastic and amazing things in your life is phenomenal. And I'm proud of you, man. Now, I do want to ask one last question, and we're getting ready to get off of here. I'm just reading some of the comments. I don't have my call-in feature tonight. Tanya says, a lot of us are a work in process. Absolutely, I agree. Tawana says, personally, I can't step back and take my hands off my children. I will always be there for them, if only guiding them. I feel as though if God has never taken his hands off of me, even when I've disappointed him, then I won't know mine. Now, let me just say that, when I say take your hands off of them, nobody's saying walk away from your children. God will never remove his hands from off of his children. But let me just say this. There's coming a time, and I'm going a little spiritual, a little deep. I might have to use this as a Bible study lesson. But there's coming a time that if we don't continue how can I say this? If we don't continue to obey our Father, which is in heaven, there is something called the lake of fire, and there's something called hell, where there is going to come an eternal separation from father, son, and daughter, which means that God gives us time and space to make sure we do things right. There's something called grace. You know, God doesn't never just leave his hand off of us, but you've got to understand that God does allow you to do certain things. He don't take his hand off of you, but there's some times that God does not always put his hand in it. Oh, come on now. I need a church to testify. You can't tell me that God has had his hand on everything we've done as his children. No, there's some things where God has just said, Even when Jesus died on the cross. Oh, let me take it there, y'all. Let me take it there just for a moment, Tawana. Even when Jesus died on the cross, Jesus took his hand away. Because if he impeded the process, there would never be salvation for all mankind. So why do you think Jesus said on the cross, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani, which meant, my God, Father, why hast thou forsaken me? Jesus knew that the Father could not touch him at that time. Always loved them, always was connected, but the Father had to take his hand off. Why? So that the assignment of the kingdom could be done. There are times where you cannot put your hands in the matters of your children's lives all the time, because it will interrupt what God is trying to do. For example, let's say they want you to pay a car note, right? But God is trying to increase their faith. God can't really increase their faith if they keep running to you and you trying to do it all you got to do to make the sacrifice. Now you done, you're hindering them, because now watch this. You stressed out because you took money that you needed to pay your bill to give to your child to make sure that their bill is cool. They driving, you frustrated. But God is saying, no, wait a minute. I wanted them to see that they could just call out to me and I will provide for them another way. So, I'm just saying all of these different scenarios to help you understand that nobody is saying, I'm not loving my child, I'm not helping my child, you out there to die. That's not what we're saying. We're saying that there are times where you've got to step back and say, you are an adult. Even in the world of animals, let's check this out. Even when it comes to animals, look at the birds, look at the lions, look at the bears. What do? They push them out the nest. We're the only creation that tries to keep holding on to our children. Bears kick the cubs out. Lions kick them out of the den. Birds take them all the way up in the nest, kick them out the nest. Eagles, which is one of my favorite birds, they'll take the eaglet high up in the sky and drop it. Why? So that it can learn to fly on its own. So the eaglets have to learn how to fly. How does that happen? The eagle has to release the talon so that the eagle can fly. So nobody's saying that we're not concerned about our children, but we're handicapping our children to a certain point if we are impeding the process of God. And so that's what I wanted to share, because that's very, very important. Now listen, I need everybody to make sure y'all supporting tonight's program. $8 donation. We're in the month of August. 8 is the number of new beginnings. It's 8 o'clock right now, so this is a perfect time to donate $8 into the platform. We're doing some big things around the world. I'm telling you, around the world. We are airing in London. We're airing in India. We're airing in West Africa. We're airing all around the world. And so I want you all to support this program. Bigger Facts is next week with my wife, Lady Lisa Flanagan. She has another topic that she'll be discussing on next week as it relates to relationships. And then the last Monday of the month, my wife and I will both be on here, and we're going to talk about some relationship things as well. So y'all don't want to miss what's coming up. We have some great topics that I believe are relevant issues that we need to discuss right now. So I want y'all to join us and be a part. But listen, there's all the information. Just the $8 seed. Come on, y'all. Y'all will go to a fast food restaurant, get a greasy combo meal that you don't need, spend more than that. but I want you to sow into a platform that's trying to give a voice to our young black men, a voice to hurting women, to hurting men, a voice to relationships. So $8 to continue the efforts of which we are doing here tonight. This is a great topic, a great show. Hey, Kia. Lisa, what y'all talking about? They got their own conversation going on, man. You see all this going on? Depend on God. Mama saying they will never know for God. Absolutely. So all of that, y'all, all of that. Alexa saying, teach Apostle, all of that. So even Angie said, Apostle, you on my street now. You on my street. Yeah, but you know what? Listen, let me just say this. Tawana said, amen and ouch. She said, I will try. Let me just say, Tawana, and that's a very good point. And this is why we do it. This is why we do what we do. This is not to shut anybody down because of what you do or how you've done it. Because for some of us, we knew no other way. But this is why we have these kinds of programs, so that we can bring awareness and we can bring God's perspective in on certain conversations. And so this is why we have big facts and bigger facts, so that we can discuss these kinds of things. And nobody's saying that you are a bad parent or you're doing you shouldn't do that. But we're trying to.
You want to see the seed that you plant and grow.
You want to exactly. Duke said you want to see the seed that you planted grow, and there are methods. There are methods to seeing growth and development in our children, and so we need to have these kinds of conversations. And I don't want anybody feeling bad. Oh wow, And guess what? There's always room for growth, Tawana. We always have to work on certain things because we love our children, we love our family members, and we want to do what's right. But we got to make sure that we're depending on God, and we got to make sure that we're not impeding the process as well. So, hey, everybody, I thank you all so much. Your mom says she loves you so much. Love you, my son. Bernadette says, thanks, Duke, for sharing.
No problem.
Your aunt says, love you, nephew. This has been wonderful. Make sure you all sow. There's all the information right there. Cash app to Dr. Flanagan or Zelda Venmo to ApostleDTF@gmail.com. This has been great. I can't wait till we do this again with other brothers and other topics. So please make sure that you all being a support to our platform. Hey, Kia's on the line. She says, Lisa Flanagan, great show, bruh. Thank God for you all for supporting and being a part. Any last words? If there's a young man out there, man, it doesn't have to even pertain to parenting, but if there's this young man that's watching right now, man, what can you share with that young man that's watching?
I can say is
Get in the mic.
Take your time and stay prayed up. There's no need to rush. Rush come with mistakes.
Woo!
Just take your time and stay prayed up.
Yo, you dropping it, man. You dropping it. Take your time and don't rush, because rush comes with mistakes. Everything in life that grows properly takes time to grow. I just said on my post the other day on Facebook, don't let social media rush you. I mean, like we connected, man, because social media will rush and push people out of their time and out of God's plan. So take your time. Don't rush. Take your time. Take your time. Walk this thing out, because God has some great things in store. Now, one thing you said, man, you said you fix cars. I've seen this. He just coming from fixing some cars, but this guy dresses. I'm telling you, this guy dresses. When we out, he look like a celebrity. You know what I'm saying? He does it. He also does. He's a tattoo artist. Y'all really can't see some of the work, but his mom is inked up. Y'all seen First Lady Lisa. First Lady is inked up, y'all. That's my baby. She look good. Don't judge. I don't care what you say. My baby is inked up. She's anointed. And I love her. She's classy. So am I. But he did this. I don't know if you can see this piece, but can I get? It's kind of upside down. But try to get my arm. There you go. There we.
Let's see. I can see it.
You see it?
This way. This way.
Way. All right.
You look slow.
But it's a rose. He did it's a rose.
If you stand up and like this, you probably can.
Let me see. There you go. Y'all see that?
There you go.
I have his mother's name on my arm. My arm says Lisa.
That look good.
She has, yeah. Oh, y'all see it right there. He just got to finish up. We got my clock. But anyway, he's a tattoo artist, and mom also believed in that dream and sent him to a school in Florida, y'all. Again, in Miami again. South Beach again. His mom saw the potential and sent him to South Beach, Miami, Florida, to tattoo school, and he's doing a great job. So for those people out there who want to get tatted up, how can they reach you? How can they follow you to make an appointment?
The Instagram page is just_laugh tattoos, all one word. You can also follow my girlfriend's page. She's the one with the phone for right now. I ain't gonna put her number out there. Sorry.
Right, that's cool. Say your IG again. Say the IG.
Just_laugh tattoos.
Just_laugh tattoos. Cause somebody put that up real quick. If he'll come to you. I don't know how that works. Make the appointment. We'll figure it all out. But
my other Instagram is first child of Lisa. It's with a Y instead of an I.
First child of Lisa with a I.
Or Y.
With a Y instead of an I. So Lysa.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna talk about that in another show. That's her alter ego. Y'all think her name is Lysa. The alter ego is Lysa. When I first went out on the first date with your mom and she pulled up in that car with them rims and it had Lysa on it, I said, wait a minute now, hold up.
Right.
I'm in trouble. I said she pulled up with tinted windows on a Phaeton with some her name on her rims.
Right. I said, what
in the world? I said, who is? We're gonna talk about that in another show. But I love you too, sister in love, Tanya. Thank you.
All right, see y'all later. Thanks.
Someone say yes, Lisa. I see y'all. Somebody said they want a tattoo. Bernadette.
I see that.
I see you.
We're gonna talk.
We're gonna get there. There it is. Thanks, Angie. There's the information. Just_laugh tattoos. There it is, right there.
I work on cars too, so brakes, rotors, oil change, things like that. You can find me on the.
There we go. Princess, she on top of it. There you go. Your lady on top. There you go. There's the link right there. Y'all can just copy that or screenshot it. And so we definitely make sure that we get you tatted up.
Tatted up.
We'll talk about it another time. Oh, the apostle got tattooed. Oh, Lord. He got earrings, dreads, and tats. And I'm still anointed. Love God. Come on here, somebody. Come on. Y'all see, y'all don't understand. I use my art as a conversation piece, and from my conversation to how I look and how I keep it real, souls are converted. Y'all, see, we'll talk about a whole nother time. Because people are so judgmental and don't have a heaven or hell to put anybody in. And God just uses us to his glory. So, hey, we'll talk about that later. But we out of here, y'all. Big facts. Dr. Flanagan. My man, Duke. Now go to your room, son.
Oh, man.
Later, y'all.
This is cool. I want me a show.